Disney Universe, YouTube, Facebook,
and Twitch. What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Disney Universe TV. We are live for the first time in a long time. We are going to be doing our spoiler-filled review on Love and Thunder. So, if you're watching on Facebook, you're watching on YouTube, you're watching on Twitch, if you want to throw some comments in, like I said, this will be spoiler-filled. We thought we'd do this, let the movie marinate a little bit. I didn't see it for after a few days. So, of course, with me are my two awesome co-hosts, Alex and Ryan. What's going on, guys?
boom! Just putting the beacon out, sounding. Was it Masher and Basher? Letting everyone know we out here.
Happy birthday!
Yeah. To what?
What was just our birthday?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it is our birthday. Thank you for reminding me. This is the Disney Universe's 6th anniversary today. Also the 67th anniversary of Disneyland. And yeah. And speaking of Disneyland, Ryan just got back from there again, so probably talk about that later. But let's get right into this. Thor: Love and Thunder. I'm just gonna go through the little particulars here real quick before we get to the good stuff. Directed and written by Taika Waititi once again. This is Thor's 4th movie, 8th appearance between the Avenger movies also, starring Chris Hemsworth, Christian Bale as Gore, the God Butcher, Natalie Portman returns as Jane Foster, Tessa Thompson, King Valkyrie in this film, Russell Crowe Zeus, of course Taika Waititi is Korg, and then we got the Guardians of the Galaxy come back with Kraglin wearing Yondu's mohawk. That's pretty awesome. And we got a little return of Jamie Alexander as Sif for some of the main cast. So I guess first of all, we'll go with some of initial reactions. I'll start. Who saw this first? I'll go.
It was Ryan.
Ryan. So initial reactions to Thor.
We weren't too blown away by it. It was just, it seemed like they tried a little hard to make it a little too goofy that we felt like. So yeah, it was okay. Better than Doctor Strange, but not that much better. So yeah, it was okay. That was okay.
Sure. Alex, what about you?
It was a lot of fun, as to be expected from Taika Waititi. I really enjoy his balance of kind of broaching less fun and funny subjects like loss and relationships and things like that. Being able to balance that with the comedy aspect. I think in a lot of cases, people are either they're not necessarily digesting the heavier subjects, or they are getting it and not knowing it, kind of, like hiding your medicine in a candy when you're a kid or something,
Yeah. The old pill and the Snickers or gummy bears.
Mine was opening the pills and putting it in applesauce. That's what they did.
Nice. For myself, I enjoyed it. I liked it a lot. Probably, I still think out of all the Thor movies, Ragnarok is still the best one. I think because that was so unexpected, and still Taika Waititi was a lesser known person on, especially this side of the movie going verse. So after that, everything's kind of blown up, and to me, everything he's touches has been really good. So, but yeah, I thought this was really good. I like the return of Jane Foster. I did crack into that comic when it first came out, where she was Mighty Thor. So it's cool that they're digging into not only these old school comics, like that we find out later on, but with like Zeus and another character that's mentioned later on, but newer stories like the Mighty Thor one where she becomes Thor and all that stuff. So yeah, I thought it was really good. In ways, I do agree with Ryan with the kind of forcing the cheesiness, but it was still really good because like Chris Hemsworth nails the dialogue, nails the character perfectly, and always cool seeing the Guardians. So, and I actually thought, I know some people, this is kind of like a little not really bit of controversy, but I think Christian Bale's Gore is probably one of the better, more recent villains in some of the Marvel movies. So But yeah, those are the initial reactions. I really liked it, and of course, I'm sure we're going to get more Thor. More Thor. That's a T-shirt right there.
More Thor.
But yeah. So I don't know. Does somebody want to break down the main plot of the story, Alex, or just kind of get to some of our favorite points, or?
I could try. I didn't. I'm just
no.
up like a synopsis. It's gonna take a while.
No, we don't. Yeah, we don't have to. We could just kind of go to it, like maybe some of our favorite.
We can kind of talk about points as we go through it. Maybe something like that. Like the movie opens with Korg telling a group of kids about the story of Thor, which was fun. You know, he kind of talks a little bit about him as a kid and glosses over moments that we had seen in previous movies, including him meeting Jane and things like that. Basically bringing us to where he is now with the Guardians. He had found peace and was waiting for them to say that they needed him. And they're on some planet, which, you know, again, I guess going to the over the top Taika Waititi comedy, they're battling against like these weird, like biker bird people. That was pretty humorous. Cool little Jean-Claude Van Damme reference when he does the splits in between the two spaceships. But yeah, I mean, that whole scene was fun. That is pretty much the extent of the Guardians of the Galaxy content that we got in the movie. Which basically sets him on his journey. I guess there was someone going after the god. I don't even really remember what the thing was, but he had to fight all these bird people, and he dispatched of them with ease, where everyone else was having trouble. Which just again another testament to how strong Thor is versus many of the other Avengers and characters that we've met in the MCU. I don't know one of my favorite parts of it. I mean, it's just gag after gag, pretty much the whole thing where he goes and saves them, and then the temple falls, and you know, he's talking to the leader about it, and he's like, "No, please don't mention the temple. You're gonna piss me off." You know?
Yeah, and I liked even. I was watching something, and the way Taika throws in even the little subtle references. But you're like, hey, that was from this or that was from that. So like the part where he's at the hill and he gets Stormbreaker and kind of rides him off like a witch's broom. Mm-hmm. Kind of even goes back to a reference when they first meet and he's talking about Mjolnir in Ragnarok. And he's like, oh, you had a magic hammer? And he's like, yeah. Did you ride the hammer? He's like, no, I didn't ride the hammer. But he rides Stormbreaker. So nice little. I love that scene too. I mean, going back to Ragnarok. Oh my gosh, your hammer pulled you off. But no, I love that. Then it seems like this whole movie on screen and off screen was about family, where we know many of the actors' kids and family were in the movie. Chris Hemsworth's wife was the wolf woman on a woman wolf that he had relations with at the beginning of the movie. So and of course his daughter was Love. I guess his love that we find Gore's daughter in the movie. So very cool.
So wait, so the Gore's daughter is what's his Chris Hemsworth's daughter?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's pretty cool.
And I believe the baby was baby Thor. I think. I can't remember.
I just read that like Christian Bale, everyone's kids were in the movie. Taika Waititi, I think too. I'm not sure.
Yeah, kids that's pretty cool.
I presumed a lot of them were in the group of kids from New Asgard. But.
Yeah, and kind of started. We got this in the trailer. We got it at the beginning, and we got it throughout the movie. But this is pretty much like a Guns N' Roses rock opera. So, which I thought the way Led Zeppelin fit perfectly in Ragnarok. I mean, the song selections and when they placed them were, I thought, placed very awesomely. But we do start off. We get a little origin of Gore's origin when
that's right. That was
which I thought was very, very cool. And we get basically the Necro Sword, which kind of goes back to I'm guessing can tie into the Black Blade from Eternals. I mean, I know there's a lot of conversation that they're related, or
Like a sword family tree.
yeah, especially. I mean, I don't know the way the I guess that was the Black Blade, right? In Eternals, that's what they called it.
No, that's the Ebony Blade.
Ebony Blades, sorry.
Yeah.
And but how it was kind of, you hear kind of speaking to Dane's character, and then how the Necrosword was speaking to Gore, and so I don't know. I thought it was pretty cool origin on that, on his character.
Yeah, no, that was it was good to have that background, and I think also necessary for his redemption at the end of the movie as well.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. You had any part motion, not motions, but like things that kind of stuck out that you really enjoyed, or
I like Gore. I'm a villains guy, so I thought that was a pretty good Marvel villain because Marvel villains are very hit or miss. So I enjoyed Gore. I like that it was like black and white on his planet, right? Was it a planet? Moon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The shadow realm or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, they explained that like he kind of sucks the life out of things or whatever, and that's why there was no color. And you noticed in moments you get a little bit of color when they were fighting towards the end. So that was kind of interesting.
Yeah, I like that. It was like okay. It was like nothing real. There's not like I didn't leave the theater like wow, that one scene was just like whoa. It was just kind of a movie, and it was just you watched it, and then it left my brain.
It was kind of a movie.
Yeah, it was like it was a movie, and then
it was a movie.
It was actually a movie. It was a movie, but it wasn't like a movie that I'm gonna think about ever again.
All right,
if you know what I mean.
I guess.
Yeah.
So we like I said, we mentioned we get the Return of the Guardians of the Galaxy. It's a nice little intro. I'm glad they didn't dwell as much as I love the Guardians. Like Alex, I mentioned, like Thor's so much more powerful. Like there's no reason that there needed to be like a full movie with him and them. And like I said, as much as I love the Guardians, so I thought the timing on that was perfect. Plus, Peter was basically told him you got to find that that person that makes you feel shitty that makes you know what you want in life, basically. And just the wording of everything. I love that kind of dialogue. But we also got, and not just the return of Jane Foster, but we got a quick little glimpse of the return of Daryl. If you watch the Thor shorts, I don't know if you guys seen any of those.
Make Daryl canon. Daryl is canon.
He is officially canon. Ryan, you look confused. So have you seen any of those Thor shorts that they kind of came out between
Team Thor Part 2 and Team Daryl?
Yeah.
No. Is it live action?
They were shorts that they made for Comic-Con. The first one was basically what was Thor doing during Captain America Civil War, because he wasn't included in it. The second one, I believe, was just before Ragnarok came out.
Yeah.
And then the third one, which features the Grand Master, was after Ragnarok.
So it's basically Thor's he has a roommate named Daryl, and it's just kind of like a day in the life of them in their little flat or something.
Interesting.
So, yeah, it's actually really funny, and they attach them to the Marvel one-shots shorts on Disney Plus. So they're now considered one-shot. So they're kind of cheesy, they're kind of goofy, but it's funny. But Daryl, his roommate, is now canon because he was one of King Valkyrie's assistants.
He was the tour guide.
The tour guide, that's right. Yeah. So
okay, that's cool.
Yeah. Nice little another little deep cut. But going back to King Valkyrie, what do you guys think of New Asgard being the big tourist destination now? That's
fun. A bunch of little fun spots, all kind of in rapid fire succession. The Old Spice commercial, I thought that was funny. It made sense because I had seen a few Thor themed Old Spice commercials leading up to the movie. What is it? Infinity Cones, the ice cream shop.
Oh, there's someone made a sick shirt. I forget what company it was because I was going to shout them out, but they have like a bunch of merch with Infinity Cones
already.
So,
wow.
Yeah, it was really funny. Oh no, it's Lunchbox. Lunchbox has it.
Box Lunch.
That's the one. Yeah.
where everything is 2 sizes too small.
Get your box lunchbox.
Yeah.
Lunchbox. I'm an idiot.
I was recently, kind of side tangent, I was recently over at Box Lunch because they have a really good Disney and Pixar section and stuff. And they had this really cool Moana Hawaiian shirt. It had like Moana, Hey Hey, Maui and stuff. I'm like, sweet, So I check it out. Of course, they had like a extra large. I'm one size bigger than an extra large, but I just took a look at it. Looked like a medium. I'm like, come on. This isn't Maui sized.
It's like,
but no, yeah, I really dug the way you see all the cruise ships out there, and one of the big little subtle things was on the little tour Viking ship or something. They had the Cocktails and Dreams, a neon sign, which is random, but that was the name of Tom Cruise's bar and cocktails at the end of that movie. So it was cool seeing King Valkyrie, just bored of politics and everything.
And Meek is the vice king or whatever assistant. That was funny seeing Meek again.
Is Asgard now on Earth? I was a little confused.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's basically
like in Norway, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
So I don't know if you remembered at the beginning of Thor Ragnarok when they're Thor and Loki are looking for Odin, and then Doctor Strange takes them, and they're on that little like over cliff hang and something. He basically he's in Norway, and before he dies, he's like when he's saying like Asgard's not a place, it's a people.
Yeah.
But he tells Thor to like remember this place.
Got it.
So then after before Infinity War, they basically turned that area into New Asgard.
Got it. Cool.
So, yeah. Then one of the big things about this movie was the return of Jane Foster. We find out, just like in the comics, that she's diagnosed with stage 4 cancer and going very, very rapidly. And then Mjolnir speaks to her and makes her go over to New Asgard and to check out the tour. We get a nice little scene with Darcy. Always nice to see Darcy. And I always forget the doctor's name, Stellan Skarsgård's character.
Oh, shoot. I forget because he got name dropped in Miss Marvel as well.
Oh, that's right.
Eric Selvig?
Yeah, that's right. So it was always nice to see like not throwback characters from like the original ones. So obviously
shout out to Stellan Skarsgård, who's going to be in Andor as well.
Yeah, coming out real soon. But once she sees the shards of Mjolnir, it comes to life and kind of turns her into Thor. And basically, it's a promise. We find out from a very funny love montage of Thor and Jane's relationship that Thor just kind of not unbeknownst, just kind of like always told Mjolnir to protect her, and being that it's a living being, he does just that. But as the movie goes along, it turns out that it still can't really. It's easing her suffering, but speeding up the disease, basically. So
another cool moment from that love montage that is a reference back to the Daryl shorts is when he gets the phone call from Nick Fury. It says Nick Fury on the phone.
Yeah.
In one of the Daryl shorts, he's doing this whole spider web of trying to figure something out, kind of like the Charlie Day meme. And it says, is Nick Fury's name really Fury or is it Furry?
I gotta check out these shorts. Are they on YouTube? Probably.
They're on Disney Plus. It's Marvel one shots.
Okay, perfect. I'll check those out.
Yeah, they're just little like behind the scenes webisodes before, but I think once they added the one shots, they actually, because when I saw them, I was kind of surprised. I'm like, oh, these aren't actually listed as one shots, but they fit perfectly because there's always like meanwhile in Albuquerque kind of stories. So
got it.
I just love the idea that like they went as far as making a short to describe what Thor was doing during Civil War. And there's even an appearance by Bruce Banner in one of them as well.
Yeah.
As he also wasn't in Civil War. And I mean, if you dissect that a little much, then you're wondering, all right, how is Bruce Banner here and he's not in nowhere or wherever the Grandmaster was? But it's canon.
It is. So what did you guys think of Jane Foster becoming the Mighty Thor? How did that come off on screen?
I thought it was cool. I was happy to see her back in the franchise. I did not know the background of the comics, so I mean, cancer's always tough. I mean,
Yeah,
cancer's not funny, so it's just a really, I don't know. It was an interesting aspect of her character that she was dealing with this, and that Mjolnir was able to kind of, at least as we saw, temporarily shield her from the effects and give her strength and stuff. So I don't know. Like in my head, I'm like, couldn't she have just stayed Mighty Thor forever?
Yeah, that's why I was thinking that too. So
yeah.
it's like that. Then she just wouldn't die so soon, but then she died.
Yeah.
So we'll get to the end credit scene later, I guess.
Yeah. So and of course they kind of glossed over a lot of the stuff that was in the comics because, like you said, it's not a subject you really want to like stretch out on in a movie that's supposed to be a popcorn movie basically. So
Right.
I thought the pacing of it was done pretty well.
Is that me?
No, I live very close to a airport, and that was a very close plane.
Yeah, a military airport too, so you get all the cool stuff. No, but I thought a lot of the action with her was cool. It was awesome seeing where she would, instead of the lightning that Thor would blast out of Mjolnir, it actually the shards
That was cool.
shot out. I thought that was pretty cool. So the action with her catchphrases were a little cheesy, but it was still kind of funny.
But I like that in the MCU. It reminded me of Yelena talking about how Black Widow was a poser with the superhero pose,
Yeah.
And so bringing up the catchphrases is very meta, aware of itself. I dig that.
Yeah, and I was kind of I'm going back to another podcast that I kind of agree with. Alex Ringerverse was talking about it, and I kind of thought the same thing. With as great of an actress as Natalie Portman is, I mean, she's an Oscar-winning actress. Maybe comedy though isn't her strong suit. Because I agree with her saying that she might have had a little bit of issues with Taika's style of comedy and like how to land a certain dialogue.
Has she been in any comedies?
Yeah, she was in was it the one with James Franco and Year One, not Year One. How?
Oh yeah, Year One. Oh no, but she was in Year One.
The medieval like stoner movie.
Oh yeah, Your Highness.
Your Highness.
But she was.
I enjoyed that movie.
Year One with Jack Black.
Was she in Year One? I can't remember.
I think that was her.
Anyway, yeah. So, but I think but like I said, I enjoyed it. I always love seeing Natalie Portman on screen. And did you see the Mighty Thor when you were at DCA or?
No, I did not.
Okay. She looks cool, I think.
Yeah, they had her out there like the day after the movie.
Yeah, I honestly every time we were in there, Iron Man was out.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, Iron Man and Black Widow. There was no Thor or Mighty Thor.
I mean, it's tough because I watch a lot of YouTube videos and they make it look like you see like 5 characters just walking through. But I'm sure you probably have to sit there for a while to see different people.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was watching one of the recent skywalking videos, and they had Thor and Mighty Thor, and also who else? The Dora Milaje come out every once in a while.
See, like they're on the schedule.
Yeah. Hi, Eddie Watson. Thanks for watching. Yeah, her on SNL was classic. Her the Natalie rap that she is a classic song with a Lonely Island. So
I'm gonna have to get that one out.
Oh, it's her Eminem style rap about just check it out. It is a classic. So
nice.
Yeah, I guess she does nail the comedy. Just I know Taika's style is kind of difficult for people. Well, kind of staying with Disneyland real quick. I wish that since they have her character as Thor, they would also have Thor in his updated costume, but they still have him from his original Thor costume.
Yeah, you mean like with the vest, the kind of like rocker Thor or whatever?
Well, even his Thor outfit, but how in this movie it was more blue, had that like more emerald blue, and just his updated.
Oh, the upgrade because she stole his costume and he had to make it look better.
Yeah, I thought that they could have had that, and even the new helmet, if not, whatever. But it just made no sense that she's got her Thor: Love and Thunder costume, and he's got his original Thor costume. So,
yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess I agree with you. Disney's got the money, so I mean, I'm not like any of that. But from the standpoint of the company, they're like, do we really need to? Being that we saw like 4 different Lokis, although I'm sure like those costumes weren't really like, one of them was just like a jacket,
Yeah,
like,
they got it at Kohl's.
Yeah. His costumes were all pretty simple.
The vest would be good though, the little Ravager look. Maybe they start selling the Strongest Avenger trucker hats.
There you go.
I didn't even see any Thor: Love and Thunder merch.
Weird.
Yeah, like not even T-shirts.
I'm still kind of bummed we still haven't got Pizza Ball, even though I haven't been to Disneyland since the movie came out. But
I don't know how we don't have those yet.
Yeah, we got Pizza Balls. Yeah, but anyways, back to the movie. Cannon. Make them canon. It kind of went blank here for a second.
We were talking about Mighty Thor.
Yeah, then of course, her reaction with King Valkyrie. They had good chemistry as a team together. So
that was hilarious. I think what was the song that she was playing? The Mary J. Blige. Hey, Crunk, we're gonna have fun.
Yeah. She's like, what is that? What is that? A grenade? No, it's a speaker.
Do you get to Addie commented again?
Oh, okay.
If you want to bring that up.
So Addie, I don't think she got. Oh, you guys can read this. Yeah, that makes a good sense. Makes a lot of sense.
Okay. So sorry. Before I answer the question, Alex, you were talking about the comics. Does she have cancer in the comics?
I was saying I hadn't read the comics.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So no, she does. She does.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say because if she doesn't, then that'd be a weird thing to bring in.
No. Yeah, and I was actually surprised because I know that was one of the things that people were wondering about was if they were going to make that's how she became Thor. If they're going to stick that close with the story, so I forgot that. Not used to having comments. We haven't been live in a long time, so so yeah. Like I said, check that out.
What Lonely Island song was she in?
It's called the Natalie Rap. It's
the SNL one.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. I love Lonely Island.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite songs of theirs. It's classic. So, and she raps really good too. But then, of course, another character we're introduced to is, well, first of all, that once they find out they're killing gods, the children are taken. Heimdall has a son that has the same powers as him, which is cool because I love that character Heimdall. So I was excited to see him die. So.
We knew he had a son, right? Like, isn't there a point where they're like in Ragnarok where he's helping the people escape? You see his wife and kid.
Yeah, and at the time, I probably didn't assume that was them. I just saw there were other people that is helping, so it totally makes sense.
Well, nor would I have thought that it would have had any weight on anything going forward either.
Yeah, and so the kids, what? I forget his real name, but he renamed himself Axel.
That's right.
Yeah, the chats get a little delayed here, so if you watch this not live, Addie's in the living room, so she's probably hearing the background and stuff. So, but no, so they decide they got to go get the helps of other gods. So why not go meet Thor's ultimate hero, Zeus, which was played hysterically by Russell Crowe, and that whole area was hilarious. I don't know if I didn't know if I expected it to be that funny. I don't know if Ryan, you thought it was a little too cheesy, but all the different gods and their little arena, the bow god,
I love Ragnarok, and that was cheesy, but I feel like I don't know. I just personally think they tried to like double it,
Yeah.
and I think Ragnarok was like perfect with a little seriousness with Thor and like some really funny scenes. I just feel like they kind of like pushed it too much in this one, but that's
Okay.
just me. I'm glad you guys liked it.
So for me, it reminded me a lot of Anchorman and Anchorman 2. I felt that they tried to do kind of similarly, kind of do a lot of the same gags, but also like one up themselves. For me, Anchorman 2 did not land as well, although with residual watchings, I get more giggles. But like the first Anchorman, I was laughing through the theater whole time, hilarious. With Thor Ragnarok in this, I felt similarly. They were trying to be like, all right, Ragnarok was great. Go do that again. But, make it better, newer, funnier, whatever. To me, I get where people are coming from being like too slapstick or too goofy. But I don't know. It just landed. I go to the theater to laugh and have fun. This movie hit all those marks.
Yeah.
Especially with characters that, we know and love. And as I said before in the beginning, weaving that within, the more serious themes of the movie. I thought that was well done. But
yeah, go to the theater to
just a comparison to another franchise where I felt that it didn't hit.
I really want to see the movie again, especially like that scene where they're in the little arena of all the gods, because I'm sure there's so many like more Easter eggs that I didn't catch. There's like one of the gods was like a big dragon that looks similar to the dragon from Shang-Chi. I'm not saying it is, but we had what's Korg's species called? I forgot.
Oh, yeah, I forgot too, but
rock people.
Yeah, rock people.
So they had the nani or the Nuni Nani, the god of the rock people, but he was on a throne of scissors.
I thought that was funny,
which was hilarious.
Oh, I didn't even pick up on that. That's pretty funny.
I mean, kind of going back to when you're introduced to
and it looked like the Iron Throne from Game of Thrones.
Exactly. It's of course rock beats scissors and rock paper scissors. So I just thought that was hilarious. They had the Bow King, which was kind of funny.
Oh, that was a little weird.
It was a little much, but it was still kind of funny. But so there's another guy that looked what I think might resemble what we might be getting with in a Wakanda Forever with Namor, that they're actually Mayan. And so there's a god that looked a little Mayan style or Aztec style. I don't know if that, like I said, I don't know if that's just for background or not, but I don't know. I thought it was pretty cool though. The lightning bolt was cool. It looked pretty cartoony, but still looked cool. What'd you think of the over the top Russell Crowe?
It was over the top. It was a little much for me.
There's a couple next to me that was like, is that Russell Crowe? He's kind of fat, but then he started talking. They're like, oh no, that's not him. I'm like, he's an actor. Actors change voices, but no, I thought it was kind of funny. Then
that's got to be the greatest compliment as an actor, right? When people don't think it's you.
Yeah, and one thing that we didn't bring up, because they're what rescue Thor, Jane, and Valkyrie from the battle that ensues, but the goats, the goats pulling the boat, the goat boat. What are the names again, Alex?
I think one of them is Masher. I forget what the other one was.
It's like Masher
and Thrasher or Basher.
Yeah. It was Christmas themed.
Yeah, pretty much. So I again, another part of the movie is with the goats. That you can tell this movie was filmed when that commercial came out about the meme with the screaming goat. Because
but the screaming goat's like 10 years old. It was way before that.
I don't know. I thought, has it been 10 years? I don't know. This whole couple of years
it's been going on since the Taylor Swift mashup. Whenever that song came out, I forget, but it's been a while.
So the goats just cracked me up. The screaming, I thought it was going to get old, but every time they would like, Rah! I laughed every time. I thought it was hilarious. We got to get them at Disneyland also.
Please no.
I know they're included in the Lego set of the goat boat.
Yeah, that's a cool set.
Yeah,
what was that?
The comments are yelling at me from the other room.
Oh, you're getting the delayed, not delayed. No, yeah, the Lego sets. I mean, I think that one comes with Thor, Valkyrie, I think Jane also,
and Gore.
And Gore.
Yeah.
And you get the goat boat. So
yeah, the news, because when they released the picture, that was like the first picture of Gore anyone had seen. That was before the trailers or anything.
Oh yeah, you gotta love Legos always giving away a bunch of things.
It's on my list. I got a list of Legos I'm gonna be looking for this year.
Yeah, I forget. Did this movie get delayed because of COVID? Was it supposed to come out last year? I forget.
I mean, in theory, everything got delayed because of COVID to an extent.
I
don't think it got, like, in the way the Disney Plus shows got put out of order. I don't think that happened.
Oh, okay. Just wondering.
Yeah, I think the only things that did get put was the shows got a little flopped on some of the shows, and Doctor Strange was supposed to be released before Spider-Man originally.
Got it.
And so, but I think everything got pushed back a little bit, but I think in the order of release, this was still in its order. But
okay.
And I can't even talk. We'll talk. I was going to bring up something. Oh, because when I said No Way Home, I was just remembered the Hot Toys released a bunch of Marvel. I'll talk about those in a second, but we'll wrap this up real quick. But then we get to the I guess the epic, the finale of the movie, the battle to find Gore, rescue the children, and I dug the black and white. I love the feeling of it, being that they were in a land that sucked out the life out of everything. What do you guys think about the action of the whole finale?
Imparting the powers of Thor to all those children was hilarious, especially the little girl who was fighting with her bunny.
Yeah.
And then, of course, going on with the Guns N' Roses rock opera, but having that guitar.
November Rain.
I always loved. That's probably my favorite Guns N' Roses song. So having that at that part.
Yeah.
I just get on my Slash top hat and just rock it out.
That's why I selected that song when I was when I plugged the stream. I'm like, I got to put November Rain. I know everybody's doing Sweet Child of Mine, but that scene was awesome. Yeah, the Natalie Portman's Thor, that whole part was heartbreaking, but still pretty awesome. What they keep forgetting to bring up too was the relationship of the whole thing of Stormbreaker being that jealous, the jealous.
That was great too. And just
weapon.
Every time he was talking about Mune or Stormbreaker just comes around the corner, like
just like
to.
So I don't know. I thought that was pretty hilarious. But
that's going to be a good costume for Halloween if somebody can figure out how to jerry rig a Stormbreaker.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Joey's got to do it now.
And then the Thor that's like reaching for Mjolnir with Stormbreaker behind the back.
Yeah. Oh, it's just hey. We've all had that kind of awkward relationship where
it's an old friend.
Yeah, the ex with the new, but at least I don't know. I'm guessing. I would assume so, but maybe not. I don't know.
We've seen it on TV, if not.
But Gore succeeds with his plan to get to eternity and try to kill all the gods with his one wish. But then Thor and Jane make it there, and Thor realizes, all right, you made it. I'm going to spend my last moment. I'm going to be shitty, feel shitty with the one I love, and you should do that. Bring your daughter. It wasn't her. Basically, why would you do this instead of bring your daughter back? And so, without getting, obviously, I don't say not too much detail, but because I've only seen it once, and I'm a week apart, so I'm just trying to remember how everything went. That's why we got to record these when it's closer. It's just a busy time.
I'll talk about I didn't really like the kids fight. I thought that was kind of dumb. I think the superheroes should be superheroes, but I know they're like Asgardian, so they have powers.
No,
Kind of.
he imparted the powers on them. That's kind of
Oh,
the same way in the beginning of the movie when they're telling the story of Jane and Thor. The reason why Mjolnir brought safety to Jane was because he told Mjolnir to look out for her, take care of her.
got it.
And so it's kind of, I guess, like a thing. He has so much power he can impart it to other people
because he is a god.
Okay. I still didn't like the kids with powers. I think it should just be like superheroes, because then everyone can just have powers, and then it's not as special. So
kind of goes back to that
Everyone
Incredibles.
Doesn't have powers, but in that particular situation, that was the only option they had.
Yeah. He should just be strong enough.
Well, sometimes we like to let the movie happen.
But then he decides to not kill the gods and bring his daughter back, and both Jane and Gorg basically promise me you'll take care of her, and he promises them both. Jane flickers away into the gates of Valhalla, because that's the same way Odin died. And I mentioned that without glossing over one of the funnier scenes is when he's Thor's reunited with Lady Sif, and she's like, I go to the gates of Valhalla, I'm ready now. He's like, but you're still alive, you can't go. Shit. So, and I'm glad that's not the last we got, because I've always been a fan of Lady Sif and Jamie Alexander. So I'm glad that she's back. Once everything kind of ties back, King Valkyrie's back, kind of changing things around, training the kids, training new Asgardian warriors, which I don't know if they'll all have powers, but if it was a temporary thing. But and like Ryan, you're asking, are they all like superheroes? They're not, but they still do have their warriors and fighters. Very few Asgardians actually had special powers. Like Heimdall had the powers of sight and vision, so that's why he was such an important character, which Axel has now. So, and it was cool seeing one-armed Lady Sif training them how to fight also. So I'm glad that we'll be getting her in the future again. So, yeah, I know. I like I said, it wasn't. I feel like we've gotten to the part now in MCU movies where it's hard to, after Infinity War and Endgame, you can't top those, and I think a lot of people are expecting too much. So I mean, I would like to go back and do I know we did a big Marvel show about a year or two ago, and I'd kind of like to revisit that, and because a lot of people forget, even like the first Thor was, some people liked it. It wasn't like great. Same through Captain America. I mean, so I don't know. We might revisit some of the MCU as we go, but I'm enjoying what we get. I'm enjoying the extended story. I saw this funny. Oh yeah, let's see.
That's actually really good. I was thinking that too.
Yeah, but I know that's a because she died during the battle, but she was. It's a good question, but maybe because of her, I don't know. I can't tell you.
Didn't she kind of sacrifice herself though, like to get?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But I guess so. Because
this is going back to the Lady Sith, I'm guessing, right?
Yeah.
Because she was in battle and wounded.
So I don't think she was dying though. Maybe.
I definitely thought.
Yeah, she only had her arm cut off. She wasn't dying, right? I mean, I guess had she been left there for a long time, she would have died. But
yeah, I got to see this movie again.
I definitely thought she was dying.
I think she was wounded because she was still alive, at the end. So she probably thought that she was. She's never really been wounded. I mean, she's out of the Warriors 3, and she was, she was, even though there's 4 of them, she was probably the strongest one. So, but that is still a good question. So, yeah, but I like seeing where we're going. I saw this one meme. I don't know if you guys have anything that we forgot to touch up that you really liked or didn't like, or that you noticed. And,
Post credits.
Yeah, absolutely. So go ahead and while I'm looking up this meme, if you want to bring up the what do we get? Two?
Well,
Yeah, we got two.
First post credit scene. We sadly Jane has passed on, but we see that she has made it to Valhalla, and there to welcome her is
The
playing
guy.
Axel's dad.
Yeah, Idris Alba. I just told you
Heimdall, thank you. And I forget the specific words of dialogue because there wasn't much, which means that it was probably pretty important.
Yeah, so he said, "Thank you for watching over my son or protecting my son, and welcome to the gates of Valhalla." Basically. And
I feel like there was some reference about like who's here or something like that. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just making that up.
Yeah, I don't know because, yeah, like I said, I need to see this again. it's hard to do the review after a week.
Yeah, and I intentionally didn't listen to other reviews this time. I usually do, but I wanted to have my own thoughts coming into it. But yeah, I guess it just begs the question of now we Heimdall and Jane are in Valhalla, obviously presumably with the Warriors 3 and Odin and Frigga,
yeah,
everybody
who she had a good relationship with in Dark World,
right? So I guess you just wonder where this comes back in. Like, are the people from Valhalla going to be able to come back to Earth, or is Thor going to die and go there, or what? Who knows?
I feel like there is a comic series. Of course, it probably is. I mean, there's so many, but that have to deal with some of the people in Valhalla coming back for whatever odd reason. So, but then we get another post credit where we think Zeus is, well, of course. I mean,
I thought he was dead.
I thought he was dead too.
I think we have them reversed.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, right? Okay, yeah, because I left before the Natalie Portman one.
Okay, yeah. So the first one was the one with Zeus, which we last saw. We last saw Thor rifling a thunderbolt right through him and tumbling all the way down. So now he's still alive, still being mended by his ladies. Probably missed the orgy. I guess that was planned for that after the.
That's why he's so mad.
Yeah, exactly.
The orgy.
And then, but basically saying how nobody fears gods anymore like they used to, and this age has gone, and it's time for people to fear gods. And goes over to, he's like, basically telling his son Hercules, we got to change this. And Hercules, which is a big comic series, he has a big history with Thor. And like I said, this is like old school stories, so it's cool seeing the old school stories and the new school kind of emerging. And you're going to have to help me with this one, but he is one of the main actors from
Brett Goldstein.
Yes, from Ted Lasso.
Yeah.
So Roy and Kent, he looks.
Roy Kent. He's there. He's everywhere. Roy Kent. Roy Kent.
And he looks like a great Hercules. I mean, I didn't even think about that when we were doing our little Disney Hercules fan cast. I think that is a great casting.
Also, Brett Goldstein is hilarious. If you haven't seen Ted Lasso, you need to watch that show. It is, in my opinion, best show on television right now. Whatever television is, streaming services and whatnot. Just as far as the comedy, the sensitive heartedness, it just covers all the bases. But beyond that, Brett Goldstein is a huge Muppet fan. He did a Muppet Christmas Carol one-man show, which you can find bits of on YouTube. So yeah, Brett Goldstein is great. I'm so excited that he's part of the MCU now.
Nice. We got to do another Muppet Show also.
Sorry, I'm gonna go way back to the beginning of the show when I was talking about Avengers Campus real quick. Miss Marvel was everywhere. Just so in case anyone was wondering characters, because I just remembered. So
What costume? Do you know what? I mean, I know you're not too probably familiar with her character, but
she had like eye thing on and then like a scarf.
her eye thing.
Yeah, her
Her mask.
mask. Yeah, what I know it's like. Isn't there another word for just the eye one though?
Still a mask.
Just mask. Okay, she had a mask on. With
Her
like
her Incredibles mask.
yeah, with like a shawl.
Okay.
Sorry.
No. Well, I did want to briefly touch on Miss Marvel. I don't know if Alex, you guys wound up finishing it yet. I know you haven't seen it yet, but no, but yeah. So we get Hercules, and boom, more cosmic stuff coming. Now, of course, we after the Valhalla scene, we get the return. I think we got this at Doctor Strange too, but Thor will return.
But it didn't say which Thor.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh.
So very nice catch.
That's a good one.
Yeah. So I know this. I don't know. Rating. We still got to come up with 6 years. We got to come up with an official rating system. But we'll just do the easy. Siskel and Ebert. I know you probably don't know who that is, Ryan, but thumbs up, thumbs down. So I will start with Ryan since you're at the bottom.
Can you do does it have to be up or down?
You know what? We'll just go 1 out of 10. How's that?
Okay. Sorry. I give it a 6.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just like it's not gonna be one of the memorable Marvel Cinematic Universe movies, I don't think, in the future. So that's just my opinion.
Okay. Alex.
Solid 8.
Okay. I gave it a solid 8 too. Like you said, I think these days people forget what the purpose of going to movies is just to enjoy, escape. And I did chuckle and enjoy myself at the theater. I did see it in the D box. So
cool.
The shaky was cool. And the 3D, I forgot I saw it in 3D. Well, I didn't forget I saw it in 3D. I forgot I purchased the 3D. So when I got glasses, I'm like, oh, crap. Okay, cool. And it was pretty cool. So, yeah, I'll give it a solid 8. And one thing about the 3D is they showed the trailer for Avatar in 3D.
Oh, cool. Crap.
Especially the underwater scenes in 3D. I cannot wait for that movie. So, yeah, that is Thor. Pretty decent, probably upper middle of the road on Marvel movies where we're at now. And yeah, I just want to say real quick too with Miss Marvel, which is all done now on Disney Plus. So if you haven't seen it, it is a lot of fun. It is a really good show. It starts off strong, in my opinion, and kind of wavers off, but still the strengths of the show are still highlights. The actress, I should have wrote down her name, but the Kamala Khan actress,
Iman Vellani. I believe.
Oh my gosh, she is a star in the making.
Yeah,
she is great. Perfect casting for Kamala.
Both her parents were great in that.
Her family, and that's why I want to say that I love the family aspect of the show, and not just seeing like the cultural difference of the family. But just the family aspect of myself being a big family person, myself and how everybody is, just there for each other and everything. And her dad is great. Her mom is great. Her grandma, her brother's hilarious. So, yeah, if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. It is a really enjoyable show.
Yeah, Ryan, I guess you don't need to watch all 6 episodes to get to the last 5 minutes of the last episode.
Oh, I know what happens at the end. Okay. It was all over TikTok.
Yeah.
So wait, can we spoiler alert?
Nah, fuck it.
So wait, don't talk about it?
No, I just did the song.
Oh, sorry.
I just didn't think we wanted to go too far down the Miss Marvel rabbit hole, but you should watch the show. In our household, it is our favorite Disney Plus Marvel show yet.
Better than Loki?
Better than Loki.
Okay.
Loki, the final episode was my favorite part of Loki. If you take the rest of the show, it was meh.
Yeah, and speaking of Loki, there's set photos of them filming at McDonald's somewhere.
I saw that.
So which means does that mean a McDonald's is coming back to Disneyland?
That'd be great.
I know we always joke around to Ryan, and we'll almost end this here, but we joke around to Ryan like, you got to watch this to see what's in, how the movies are, Shang-Chi and all that. There's this meme that popped up. I'll post this on our Instagram with Shia LaBeouf, but it says, new MCU fans from 2056 having to watch 182 movies and 35 TV shows just to properly understand the new movie. And it's just a picture of him looking all confused.
That's very funny. It's true. It's like Star Wars. I'm almost done Clone Wars, and then I'm gonna start on Rebels. So
nice, very cool.
This is good.
Yes, but yeah, I don't know what our next review will be. I still haven't seen Lightyear.
We should do Nope. I'm excited for Nope Friday.
If it was Disney,
we should still do it.
I want to see it. It looks great, and we find out that's why. I always forget his name, but why he's not in Black Panther 2.
Daniel Kaluuya.
No, is that his name? Yeah. Because is filming at the same time, and either do a Jordan Peele movie with a higher billing that most likely. I mean, I'm going to say most likely because most of Peele's movies get an Oscar consideration every time they come out. Or being a secondary character in a huge franchise. So basically it was a win-win, but you got to go as an actor, you got to go for the higher acting challenge. Yeah, the new trailer they showed for Nope looked amazing. So
I drove I did the studio tour at Universal, and I think it's today they opened up, you drive through the town that they've created.
It's supposed to open the day the movie opens on the 22nd.
Okay, then
they've been doing it for creators, which I'm unclear because the creators were actually on foot in the town, with the characters. I'm assuming you won't get that close with the studio tour.
No, but I got to drive right beside it. Well, I don't know why they just didn't open the door, and we could have just driven through it.
Did they mention it when you were there?
Yeah, we do literally right beside it.
So it's actually a place you drive into.
Yeah, so I believe it's right before what's the last one?
But it's like where the roads go through the neighborhood.
Yeah, what's the cars? Fast and Furious. So there's that little station for Fast and Furious, and the set is here. So we just drove right beside it, and then turn left.
Yeah.
So you'll just drive through it and turn left.
But they didn't. Of course, they didn't show you because it's not out yet. Like Alex said.
Yeah, but it's all over.
Kind of cool. I was interested when they announced that because this is how Disney or Marvel has been launching characters in Avengers Campus basically the day after a movie or show premieres. Mm-hmm. So Universal, I mean, I don't know if there's a direct correlation, but this is their answer to basically having immediately relevant content, the day after a movie or something premieres.
Yeah.
I wondering what part of the backlot tour got removed to make room for that?
I don't think anything, because you just driving on the same path that you would going to Fast and Furious. Okay. They've just built it beside the path.
Kind of like the little city thing of that show, The Good Life. Around the corner from downtown Back to the Future. The Good Place. I was thinking Kanye in my head. I'm sorry. No, but that's kind of promising that Universal's already kind of has high hopes.
I wonder if it's gonna stay or if it's just a couple week type of situation.
I mean, it seems like the set is pretty big. I would assume it'll stay for at least a year.
Yeah, they've had War of the Worlds, the little drive-through neighborhood, for years, and that movie is
long time,
more than 10 years old.
They just got rid of Whoville, which I was kind of upset about. But
you know what? They needed to move it. So this is a total digression. I know we got to get going real soon, but the one thing I didn't like about Whoville was. And this is the opposite of Disneyland, is when you're in certain lands, you don't see certain other lands that don't interact. Some of them are hard to see, but it's so when we were in Hogwarts, I looked on the back side of one of the buildings and you see all these Who Hills. I'm like, that threw me off of Hogwarts.
That's understandable.
But I don't know, maybe they're going to move it or something. I don't know. But we'll do a review soon. If anything, maybe we'll talk about Andor. I know She-Hulk comes out soon. Any other Disney movies coming out?
I mean, there's a lot of Disney Plus content. you got Baymax and
The Light Magic comes out next week.
the little I Am Groot shorts. I think that's beginning of September, late August.
Yeah. So
Light Magic. I think that'll be a good one for us to talk about.
Yeah, especially being movie fans, they're not doing just Disney and Star Wars movies. They're doing everything that they touch, which is a lot of movies. So.
Imagineering story for Lucasfilm, basically.
Yeah,
I mean, it looks very in depth.
Yeah, nothing.
I'm assuming it said series, right? Not a one movie.
Yeah.
So hopefully 6 parts. I'm ready.
Yeah, I agree with this. A lot of movies, the scheduling had conflicts because of COVID and things. So, but I believe his character was going to be even smaller than Black Panther in Wakanda Forever than it was in the first movie. So
we'll see.
It looks like.
You think we get a trailer for Wakanda Forever before D23?
Ooh,
because I mean, by the time D23 comes, it'll be
2 months away.
About exactly 2 months out.
I say we might get something. Marvel's supposed to do something at Comic-Con.
I don't think we got a Thor trailer more than 2 months out, or Spider-Man. Maybe Spider-Man. I feel like we got more trailers than I wanted, but
oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
those trailers gave the movie away so hard.
So if we don't get something for Wakanda Forever for Comic-Con, I think we might get something after She-Hulk, but I don't know how that would tie into it. But if not, definitely by D23.
I'm trying to think of like major sporting events on ABC. They would show it during the commercials of, but World Series is until October, and that's not on ABC.
The Hall of Fame game, I don't know. So we'll figure something, but I'm sure we'll get it soon. Like I said, if not by D23.
Oh, you know what? Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
Monday Night Football will kick off during preseason in late August, and the beginning of the regular season is like the week of D23. So I'd be surprised if they debuted it there rather than D23, but
even like the NFL's even the main season kicks off on Thursday now. So maybe even the Thursday night.
That'll be NBC, not ESPN. And Marvel, Disney, ABC.
Yeah.
That's why we saw a lot of stuff during NBA.
Yeah, it makes sense. I'm sure.
Of course, there's always the Super Bowl, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure something soon, but I don't know. We'll get something soon, but I guess that'll be it for this episode. Or this review. Today we just released our big anniversary episode where we talk about the 40th anniversary of Thor, 20th anniversary of Country Bears. What'd I say?
Oh, you said Thor.
I said the word.
It feels like the 40th anniversary of Thor.
It feels, but Tron, of course. My bad, thank you. Gotta love live. Country Bears, 60th anniversary of Disneyland, our 6th anniversary, and I talked a little bit about the 25th anniversry of Hercules. Ryan, you look confused. What's that?
67th anniversary of Disneyland.
That too. So, but that's out. I'll have a new episode of Tiki Cast where we talk about our Jungle Bird Disneyland takeover, where Alex and Addie joined me on that because you guys experienced that. Plus with us, Skippers Roy and Christian from Trader Sam's at Disneyland. So that'll be out later on today. And if you're listening to this after, then it'll be already after. So we'll see you guys real soon. I'm uploading another video from Disneyland from last year, Ryan's first ride on Rise of the Resistance. So you don't know that until the last frame and you see his face. So, but it'll be fun. I just did a Splash Mountain one. So it's also Splash Mountain's birthday too. Speaking of, which
last birthday,
maybe one more. Who knows? We'll find out at D23.
Yes.
So, but I'm sure it's getting there. So, but we'll see you guys later, and let us know what you thought about Thor: Love and Thunder. Bye.
Go check out all the episodes.
Yes.
Purple butterflies.
Bye-bye.